Work can actually be fun and exciting, if you have the right kind of job, that is. A lucky few in this world don't do what they have to do, but rather do what they enjoy, and sometimes they're even paid serious money while they're at it. These are the 10 best jobs in the world. This job's all about chocolate. Chocolate consultants are first of all chocolate tasters that try new recipes. It follows that the main qualification for this job is actually enjoying eating chocolate and a very steady blood sugar level. Smoking is prohibited while doing this job as it can distort your sense of taste. The chocolate consultant job isn't without risks. In 2012, Britain's chief chocolate taster, Angus Kennedy, who was earning close to $39,000 a year sampling Mars and Nestle treats ahead of production, had to quit his dream job because he had put on serious weight and his cholesterol levels were starting to threaten his health. Playing games all day and getting paid for it. That's every gamer's dream. Unlike other entries on this list, this job is more widely available as gaming companies across the world always test new titles before releasing them. Video game testers can work full-time for one of the many game development companies around, or as freelancers. Game testers tend to be very divided on whether this is actually a dream job. Some insist that getting paid to play video games is the best job they've had, while others point out that being forced to replay the same section of a broken game level while finding and documenting glitches and exploits can be a soul-crushing experience. Either way, in theory, this job is better than most. With this job, you can yawn as much as you want. You can even fall asleep. In fact, you have to, because bed-bouncing directors are paid to rate the softness and overall comfort of a bed. There's a catch though. You may not be able to get more than a nap because you have tens of thousands of beds to review every year. The original bed-bouncing director, Natalie Thomas of the Premier Inn Hotel, chain tests about 46,000 beds every year. If that's too much for you, some bouncing directors become testers for luxury beds and are paid to rate the most expensive mattresses around. Some people are actually paid to use water slides and go to water parks, as much as $34,000 a year in fact. The lucky few who have this job aren't confined to a single water park either. They often travel the world testing the newest and most ingenious water slides ever designed. Theoretically, this job has its dangers, but if there are any, they are minimal. Water slide testers review slides that are already operational, ranking them not so much for safety as for their fun factor. Job availability may not be very high, but for thrill seekers, it's well worth the wait. The Australian outback isn't for the faint-hearted. The vast, arid interior of the country of kangaroos is a land of rough terrains, funnel web spiders, and deadly drop bears. But for adventurers, it's a dream come true. Outback adventurers protect wildlife, help the 690,000-strong local population, and travel about the area, taking in the stunning sights. On top of the amazing new experiences, this job nets about $67,000 a year. Some people in this world are actually paid to eat ice cream. Apart from spoonfuls of colorful delight, ice cream tasters bank in some serious cash, as much as $53,000 a year in fact. But ice cream tasters need more than eclectic taste buds and quality control skills. They need a Bachelor's of Science degree in dairy science or food science. By all accounts, ice cream tasting seems to be less dangerous than chocolate tasting, especially when you consider that the professional ice cream taster John Harrison has tasted in his 30-year-long career about 60 different flavors every day, for a total of about 200 million gallons of ice cream. The fact that he is still alive would no doubt be a miracle if we didn't know that he doesn't actually ingest all of the ice cream he eats. Lego is one of the most popular toys in the world, and the Denmark-based company behind it wants to keep it that way, hence Lego sculptors. Over the last couple of years, Lego has been publicly hiring Lego sculptors to play with the ubiquitous toys and come up with new designs that will amaze visitors to Legoland. Attention to detail and being dexterous are listed as job qualifications, and the pay isn't all that bad either, which is about $10 an hour. Throw in lots of parties, add some cool concerts and art exhibitions, sprinkle some sporting events, and you'll still not have as much fun as a chief funster does. This is a unique, one-of-a-kind job that the Australian Tourist Board created in 2014 to promote culture and tourism in New South Wales. The chief funster goes to all of the above events and spreads the word about them on social media. After so much fun, it must be hard for a chief funster to stay sober enough to cover all that. From private resorts in the Maldives to charming chateaus in Italy and France, luxury travel reviewers are on a perpetual holiday. It's not just hotel rooms they have to review. They have to sample Michelin-rated restaurants, cocktail bars, tea and coffee lounges, spa services, and all those wonderful activities that great hotels and resorts make available to their guests. Everything from water sports to helicopter tours of amazing landscapes. All these are provided as long as they are willing to write about it, and as long as they have a large enough reading audience. But if you can get this job, there's not a dull day in the life of a luxury travel reviewer. This job is often way better than house sitting. How it works is that an owner of a private island hands you the key to a secluded resort before they fly back to civilization. A private island caretaker's duties vary from island to island. You may have to trim the coconut trees, feed the monkeys, and keep the beach pristine, but in exchange, you get your own tropical paradise and lots of sunshine to bask in all by yourself. Should you ever want to return to civilization, you'll have the opportunity to spend the $45,000 this job can pay every year. For more top lists just like this, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget to check out our other lists. And thanks for watching, and thanks for learning.